coming straight from the underground. Living my life underneath the ground. Digging underground. Living my life underneath the ground. Digging underground. Living my life underneath the ground. Living my life underneath the ground. I'm blowing up like you thought I would.
Hey everybody, I'm Randy Silvis.
I'm Tony Mollick.
Welcome back to the WPSRA Slotrods Underground.
Tonight is night 2 of the series, and we're going to see round 1.
This year's Underground is a 4-lane race. Each night will be 3 rounds consisting of points that will increase each night.
Night 1, we were at Holzer's Deli in Latrobe, PA, and tonight we're at Roscoe Fire Hall.
In scenic downtown Roscoe, the heart of Motown.
At the end of night 1, the scores looked like this from the 3 rounds. And at the end of the night, we totaled them up, put everybody in order, and the list looked like this.
I had to drop out of the competition because the kids brought the plague home from school, and I'm still fighting that. So, that took my cars out of the competition.
And that's a real bummer because you had some cars that were in serious competition. We lost 3 cars that had a chance.
So, that makes the list look like this. How did Scout Ray just get down there? Scooch him over so it looks neater.
Tonight's scoring will be 14 points for first, 11 points for second, 9 points for third, and fourth gets 4 points for each individual race.
Which means it's going to be even more important tonight to place high if you're lower on the list and trying to move up. First up, we got the undefeated Weathered, Grimace, Killer Nova, and Purplicious.
Rolling, driver. Yep. That race was Weathered and everybody else.
And Weathered takes it by a mile, followed by Grimace, Purplicious, then Killer Nova. Weathered remains undefeated with 14 points. Grimace gets a cool 11, which should help him get off the bottom of the list.
Purplicious gets 9, and the Killer Nova isn't going to be doing himself any favor if he keeps taking 4s.
Up next, we got the Hairy Olds, the Red Runner, Pink Lady, and Blue Bayou.
Pink Lady gets out first. And Pink Lady takes the win. Red Runner gets second. Blue Bayou gets third. And Hairy Old gets the 4th place.
Giving Pink Lady 14, Red Runner gets 11, Blue Bayou gets 9, and Harry gets 4.
Here's an interesting race. The Model T called Lizzie. The Chevelle called the Unknown. The Mini Cooper called Mini-Me. And the 58 Impala called Pops.
Here you can see the racers rolling dice to decide lanes. That's something new this year we added because of the 4-lane format.
Oh, Lizzie got squirrely, jumped off the track and hit camera 2.
The Unknown takes first, Pops takes second, Mini-Me takes third, and let's see what happened to camera 2.
Lizzie stuck the tires too hard, came up out of the slot, headed straight to camera 2.
And she was coming in hot. She hit so hard the body came right off the frame.
So the Unknown gets 14, Pops gets 11, Mini-Me gets 9, and Lizzie gets an unfortunate 0. But she survived and will be back to race later.
Next up to the line, we got Mooch, Blue Demon, Flamethrower, and Tiger Beetle.
Mooch gets off the line first and takes an immediate lead.
Mooch takes the win, Blue Demon takes second, Flamethrower gets third, and Tiger Beetle takes fourth.
Giving Mooch 14, Blue Demon 11, Flamethrower gets 9, and Tiger Beetle gets 4.
Up next, Fireball, Purple Bee, Black Knight, and Scott Rages.
Camera 2. Camera 3. Yeah.
That was a great start.
The cars started to separate at mid-track. Purple Bee takes first, Scout Rages second, Fireball a close third, and something happened to Black Knight. He ran out of gas by mid-track.
Giving Purple Bee a much-needed 14 points to try to get him up out of that number 11 spot. Scout Rages gets 11, and that might help move her up off at the bottom half of the list. Fireball gets 9, and Black Knight gets 4.
Pulling up to the start, we got the GTA, Firehawk, the Olds, and Jangalang.
Another great start. Firehawk looked like he was ahead of camera 2.
Firehawk indeed takes first place, followed by the GTA, then Jangalang, followed by the Olds.
Giving the Firehawk 14, the GTA 11, Jangalang 9, and the Old settles for 4.
Next up, we got Black Sheep, Finnegan, Gizmo, and McMullen.
And the Gremlin jumps out first and runs away. Giving Gizmo that much needed 14 points to help bump him up on the list. Black Sheep gets 11. That could help his case. McMullen gets 9 and Finnegan gets 4.
Here's a fast race. Fast Eddie, the Hawk, Nicodemus, and Lucifer.
Is rolling drivers.
Yep.
And Lucifer was sleeping, leaving Nico and the Hawk to duke it out for first place.
Nico takes first. The Hawk takes second. Lucifer manages to catch up and take third. And Fast Eddie just did not live up to his name.
Giving Nico the 14 points he needs to keep pace. The Hawk gets 11, which is going to help him out a bit. Lucifer gets 9, and Fast Eddie gets 4.
Oh, what should be another fast race. Nacho Camaro, Nightmare, Tyrant, and Gordo.
Or camera 2. Camera 3. Yep.
Gordo timed that light perfect. He had 2 cars on the rest of the pack at camera 2. Giving Gordo 14, Nightmare on a surprising 11, Nacho 9, and Tyrant 4.
Pulling up to the line, we got 911, Pinky, Grey Ghost, and Revenge.
Grey Ghost cuts a perfect light, and Pinky was sleeping.
And Grey Ghost takes the win, followed closely by Revenge, then 911, and Pinky bringing up the rear.
And Grey Ghost gets that 14 points he needs to stay tied with Gordo. And Revenge gets 11, which might knock him out of 10th place. 911 gets 9, and Pinky takes the 4.
Next up, we got Frankenberry, Redeemed, Wee, and Lil Demon.
2. Camera 3.
Pee-wee spins coming off the line. And Redeem takes it with Lil Demon in second, Frankenberry in third, and Pee-wee strolls across the finish line last. And Redeem gets a much-needed 14 points to try to bump him up on the list. And Little Demon is no longer an undefeated car. He gets 11. Frankenberry gets 9, and Pee-wee takes 4. Next up to the line, we got Louise. We got Jitterbug. The last of the 3 cars that were undefeated at the beginning of the night, the Mach 5. And we got Negligence in lane 4.
Yep.
Negligence jumps off the line first, determined to give the Mach 5 his first loss. So Louise sticks the tires hard and dies at the line, and Jitterbug's left to play catch-up.
Negligence takes first, nudging out the Mach 5 for second place, and Jitterbug takes third. Giving Negligence 14 points and the win, but more importantly, he knocks the Mach 5 out of his undefeated spot with 11 points, and that means there's only one undefeated car left, and that's Weathered, and you better believe everybody's going to try to give that Corvette a loss. Next up, the GTO called NOS, the 55 Chevy called Badman, the Ford called Thunder Chicken, and Salsa Verde.
Well, looky here, folks. Somebody at table 3 ordered a drag race. It's anybody's race at camera 2. And NOS pulls ahead in the last third of the track and takes first. Thunder Chicken takes second. Salsa Verde narrowly takes third place ahead of Badman.
Giving NOS 14 points for the win, but more importantly, he stuck Thunder Chicken with 11 points, which is not going to help him try to stay in the top 5. Salsa Verde takes a surprising 9 points for third, and Badman gets 4.
And surely that should knock Badman out of the top 15. Next up, we got Judas, Snakebite, Booberry, and the Eliminator.
Hey, this drag race thing is catching on.
Yeah, that was a great start, but the Eliminator started falling behind at camera 2, leaving an all-out brawl for first, second, and third. Let's take a closer look. Judas takes first by a bumper, over Booberry, who takes second by a bumper. Snakebite gets third, and the Eliminator had a perfect view of the finish line as he takes fourth.
Giving Judas what must be about his first win since we started this thing, and he steals 14 points that no one in the top 20 could get to.
I love it when one of these cars from the bottom of the list steals 14 points.
Even better if it were to stick one of them top 20 cars with a 9 or a 4.
This list is going to be in constant flux for the last 5 rounds of this competition.
Speaking of competition, this should be a good one. These cars are evenly matched. The 32 Ford Crown Victoria called Vicky, the first generation Trans Am called the Warbird, the Trans Am Pro Mod, it's that squirrely Madbird, and the Dodge Charger called Archie.
And there's that familiar sound of a crown gear giving up its grip. And that leaves Madbird at the starting line. Archie takes first, Vicky gets second, and Warbird takes third. And here's what we're talking about. Archie gets 14 and Vicky gets 11. And that's got to help them where they're at on the list.
And Warbird and Madbird were side by side on the list, but it's not going to stay that way with Madbird taking a 0.
Which brings us to our last race of the evening.
We got the Dodge A100 called Cameo. Look at that angle they had to pitch that thing out to keep that rear engine beast from being a wheel stander.
And there's another one of those cars you always guess wrong.
Yep, and I'm just going to call him Banana Yellow Bob.
That leaves Marrow in lane 3 and Smurf in lane 4.
Camera 3's rolling. Drivers, are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, Smurf was sleeping hard at the line.
Cameo takes it, standing up and walking away. Marrow gets second and Bob gets third.
Cameo does himself a big favor by getting that 14, and Marrow steals 11 points and takes it to the bottom of the list, which probably won't help him much, but it put the screws to Bob, because 9 points isn't going to help him much at number 19.
And of course, Smurf gets 4.
Next time on Slotrods, we'll be showing you round 2 of night 2, which will take us over the halfway point of this 3-night points chase extravaganza.
Well, until then, I'm Randy Silvas,
And I'm Tony Mollick.
and you've been watching a production of
Slotrods.
You ain't got a chance, she's out of your league. Just let the girl dance. No screaming aloud, yo, you just get a glance. Don't try to swing game, yo, just let the girl dance. The answer is no, you ain't got a chance, she's out of your league. Just let the girl dance. You can watch a soul flow from a distance, but give us some bass on, let the girl dance.
Now that's a drag race.